Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, March 29th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's gonna open in about 9 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and then we'll get started with our analysis shortly. There's a couple more things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, perfect. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, perfect. There we go. So I got a few moments for people to make their way in. All right, cool. Looks like people are making a win right now. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, March 29th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So I'll get a few more moments for people to make their way in. And then we will get started with our analysis for this morning. All right, looks like people are still making their way in right now. All right, so let's see who's here so far. Morning, Martha. Morning, Maria. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Satyam. Morning, Kevin. Morning, everybody. People are still making their way in, so I'll get a few more moments. But as people continue to make their way in, I'm going to go and check out the news for today. So let's see. News at 7 o'clock, pending home sales. So we got news at 7 and 7:30. That's pretty much it on Forex Factory. So we got news right here at 7. And then we have news at 7:30. Let me check my FX book, see if there's anything else on there. There's news over here at 4 o'clock. So there's news at 4 o'clock. I'll mark that up. 7, 7:30, 8:30. So 4 and 8:30. All right, some more news over here at 8:30. And there was also news over here at 4 o'clock. It's a random time to have news, but we'll mark that up. Perfect. All right, guys, market is opening shortly. All right, let's see what's here so far. So let's see, we have morning AR, morning Dan, morning Jacob, morning Active, morning Surin, morning Hit him, morning David, morning LW, morning Jamie. Sorry guys, market is opening in about 3 minutes. When market opens, we will get started shortly. All right, guys. So market is opening in about 2 minutes. And we should be able to get started shortly. All right, guys. So market is opening shortly. So I had to do some stuff on the side real quick. So I was kind of focused on that. But good morning, everybody. Today's Wednesday, March 29th. It is 6:28 right now. Market's gonna open in about 2 minutes. Pretty much marked up all the news for today. I don't think there's anything else going on aside from that. We have Fed Bar speaking at 7 o'clock. So just keep that in mind about 30 minutes from now. All right, guys, market is now open. So let's see where this ends up going. Let's see what we got over here. Sorry, guys, I'm just doing some stuff behind the scenes right now. Just trying to help somebody. There's nothing for us to take right now, so not a big deal. All right, guys, so we have a higher high right there. If you have a sell signal that closes below these two pivots right here, then we have a possible entry for a short. This candle here is a little big, so actually it's not too bad. So, all right, guys, if this candle here closes below the pivots, then we will have entry. Candle closing. Oh man, you guys couldn't hear me this whole time. Thanks guys for the heads up. I was talking for like a good 30 minutes and nobody said anything until just now. All right, it's all good, guys. All right, so you guys can hear me now. Anyways, back to what I was saying earlier, guys. There's no entries for us to take right now. There's a higher high. Sell signal closed below the pivots, so we didn't have an entry at that point. We have a lower low right here. So if this lower low closes down below and price pushes back up, if we get a buy signal around that point, then we will be looking for a possible buy. But at the moment, we just don't have anything to take right now. So we'll just take it as is. We have a lower low right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark up the clean chart over here as well. Right there. Eight o'clock right there. 9 o'clock right there. So guys, I'll see you know how the market's moving today. If the market starts to move a little weird around 8 o'clock, then I'm just not going to trade after 8. If you guys remembered yesterday, we had like some pretty good back-to-back wins, like 3 back-to-back wins, and then we traded after 8 and we had 1 loss, unfortunately. Luckily for me, I kept going after 8, even though we got off the live session, and I made my way back in a profit. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how the market moves after 8. Typically it moves sideways, so it's not really a good time to trade after 8, but you know, if the market's still moving, possibly look for entry, but if not, then we're probably just going to not trade after 8 because it's just not worth the risk. Anyways, guys, we have a lower low here, still established. We'll see if price pushes back above. So basically the next thing we're looking for here is we're looking for price to break and close above the pivots right here. If price breaks and close above the pivots, we have a lower low. That's going to be entry for a buy. We don't have that yet, but if and when we do get it, then you know, possible entry there. We'll go ahead and put the criteria for the strategy right here for the high-low momentum scalp. So we got the lower low right here, looking for a buy signal and looking for it to break and close past the pivots up here. Once we get that, we have entry. If not, then we just gotta sit tight and wait for the next setup to appear. News over here at 7, so we get a lot of time till 7. It's only 6:36 right now. Looks like we're pretty much good for right now. So some profits here off the open. So it looks like Kenny over here took some sells, total profit of 1,040 for the day. Nice work, Kenny. So it looks like Kenny took the push to the downside over here. Looks like he might have taken the V1 variation. There's a double body rejection right here off the higher high. Looks like he might have caught that down to the bottom side over here. So nice work, Kenny over here. Total profit of 1,040 for the day so far. We have David over here, total profit of 6,370 as well. Nice work, David. There's no official entries for us so far, but these are entries that other people in the group took. Patricia over here took some pre-market trades, total profit of 6,770 across her account, all wins. Nice work, Patricia. And that's about it for right now. So we just got to wait for for something here to come out. So we currently have the lower low. We're still looking for that buy signal. Okay, so there's a pending buy signal right here, but we need that buy signal to break and close past the pivots over here. So we're waiting for this here to close. If this here closes with the buy signal above the pivots, then we have a possible entry here. But we have to wait for this candle here to close. So again, guys, wait for the candle to close. We have 40 seconds left on the candle, so we still have a lot of time. Make sure that you actually wait because this candle can easily pull back at the last second. So, you know, you got to wait till that candle goes to 0. If you guys are wondering for the countdown's right here on the right-hand side. You can see it's at 20 seconds. So when this countdown goes down to 0 and there's a buy signal there, when it closes above the pivots, then from that point, we'll be looking for entry. But at the moment right now, we don't have any confirmation just yet. So basically this candle needs to close above the blue pivot and it needs to close with a buy signal. If that doesn't happen, then there's no entry. But if it does happen, then there is an entry. All right, no entry there. Candle did not close. Okay, so we have a lower high right here. In order for us to have an entry here, this buy signal needs to close above this lower high. So unless this buy signal closes above this lower high, there's not going to be an entry for us. So just make sure to look at that. Because we could get a buy signal here and it could close above the pivot, but we're still going to have a lower high above here. So in order for us to have an entry, this candle needs to push past this lower high, because this will invalidate this and it'll push it up higher. Question from Glenn. Glenn's asking, do we need to have TradingView Pro in order to use the indicators? No, you don't, Glenn. You can do it on a free account for the most part. I don't know if you can pull up a 1 minute chart on the free TradingView, but if you can, then you should be fine. All you need is a 1 minute time frame, and then you need 3 indicators on your chart. I think you can add a minimum or a maximum of 3 indicators on the free TradingView. So I think you should be fine if you know, if that's the case. So if you can have 3 indicators on your chart and you can have the 1 minute time frame, then you don't have to have Pro. But if you want YM data, this is separate. This is you have to get this within TradingView. So you don't necessarily need a Pro. I'm not sure what it's like anymore on the free version, because I haven't had the free version in like, I don't know, 10 years. So I don't know what's on the free version. But back in the day, like, you could still trade this on the free version. All right, so we're looking for that buy signal, guys. We have 20 seconds left on this candle. If this candle breaks and closes above the pivots over here, there'll be a possible entry for a buy. However, the way the candles are currently looking right now, I'm not really liking how they're moving. As you guys can see, a lot of huge wicks right here. So it's not really looking too great. Turn my volume on right here so that we can hear for these signals when they come up. But yeah, these candles here are not looking too great. So with that said, we have a lower high here. It looks like we're not going to have an entry for a buy. The buy signal never came up. So I'm going to go ahead and just close this out, and we're going to wait for the next entry to appear, because we don't have the buy signal. Plus we have a lower high right here, and we have a higher low already producing. So at that point, it does not look like we're going to have an entry at this point here. Just got to wait and be patient, guys. The entry is going to come. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, Maddie said it might fake out down again. I agree. You could see that happening, Maddie. Here's Martha's profits. Martha locked in a total profit of 2,400 for the day. Nice work, Martha. Solid. So Martha actually took this pre-market move over here. So she took this pre-market move right here. Rode that to the upside. Locked in some good profit right there. So nice work, Martha. All right, still nothing for us to take right now. We're pretty much just waiting for this to play out. Yeah, Maddie said CNBC reported that Dow jumps 200 points as investors bet worst regional bank crisis is over, and the drop here is manipulation. Yeah, so CNBC pretty much reported that market's good, and obviously you guys can see that the market is not good. So don't believe everything you see on CNBC. Typically, I do the opposite. So let's go ahead and pull up CNBC real quick. Looking at the indices right now, indices are currently up 200, or US30 is up 214 points. S&P is up 38 points. NASDAQ's up 153. Russell 2K is down 1 point, and the VIX is currently down about 3%. So looking at that so far, there's nothing really crazy going on behind the scenes aside from the stuff that's really already going on, like the Ukraine war. It's been going on for a while now. The main thing that we're going to be looking for and anticipating is going to be the Fed at 7 o'clock. So the Fed is going to be speaking at 7 o'clock right here. And that's basically what's going to, obviously affect the market. All right, so we have another possible position right here, guys. If this candle closes above the pivots, we have a lower low down here. So we have a lower low right here. We have a pending buy signal. If this buy signal closes, then this is going to be entry for us to take a buy here. But you guys got to remember to wait for the candle to close. That's the key thing, waiting for the candle to close. And then when it closes, you guys can take entry if it closes with a buy signal. So we got 10 seconds left on this candle here. We've got 5 seconds left. Just got to wait for the candle to actually close though, guys. Remember that. 2, 1. And there goes the entry right there. Put an alert right there for this. All right, price is pushing up from where it's currently at. Full TP, guys. My TP just got hit, straight TP, no drawdown. So if you guys took that right there, great work. Move on to the next one. So as you guys can see, if you guys are patient, you wait for these entries, those TPs are going to get hit. So I made, man, I really get annoyed when this happens. I didn't get the green strip. I got 900. I don't know why it didn't close me out a full TP, but whatever. It blasted right through it. I thought slippage would have been in my favor, but it's really annoying when it ends up. I didn't close that one earlier this time. I let it run, but whatever. So let me see what else we got over here. All right, so if you guys want to send in your profits, feel free. We're all done with that trade there. So we got a higher high right here. If price comes back down below the pivots, we have another possible entry for a sell. Just going to screenshot all my accounts over here. It's just easier this way. Yeah, Jacob said, yeah, TP. Christian caught it. Gactive caught it. Jacob said, holy crap, that was nice. CJ caught it. Maddie caught it. Other Pam caught it as well. Yeah, it took less than 30 seconds to hit. That's like the key thing that we're looking for. So let me show you my MFF accounts. Jacob, I'm going to remind you guys why I don't recommend MFF. We had this talk the other day. He was asking why don't I recommend MFF? You guys will see my profits and you'll understand why. So my FTMO gave me 900. My FTMO number 2 gave me 800. Let me just put it up over here. All right, so you can see right here, my FTMO gave me 900, FTMO number 1, my FTMO number 2 gave me 800, and then my MFFs gave me 450. So again, this is another reason why I don't recommend MFF initially. I mean, they're okay, but you can see that there's going to be a lot of days where you're going to get half profit because their execution times are just not good. You know, it's a no-brainer. Like you can't really compete with FTMO. They have their own private servers, and their servers are really fast. I think MFF has their own servers now too, but they have different precautions set in that prevent, they have like an automatic spread basically, or they have like an automatic slippage in between. So the execution times are always a little off. So there's nothing like really wrong with MFF. It's just that they give me partial profits a lot of times. Sometimes it's in my favor, but most of the times it's not. So that's the main reason why I don't necessarily, recommend them unless you've maxed out your FTMO. So there's no entry here, guys. We have a pending sell signal, but the higher high right there has already broken past. So we have a higher high, price broken, close below it. There's not going to be any entry for us at this point. Jacob said could be a delay on the bot. I've done it where my MFF's been my main account. Jacob, it's been the same thing. So I've tried that before. I tried that to see if it was the bot, but it was it's usually their execution times. If you've seen their email, they sent an email before. They already warned people about it. MFF. They said that they were setting some stuff up where like the execution times will be a little bit delayed to basically provide for any type of slippage. Because I guess they were getting screwed like when people would enter it too fast, like us who were scalping, and they would get like their copiers couldn't copy the trade. So what they did is they set their slippage settings to like execute the trades late, which makes sense. I mean, if they're copying trades, then of course, they're going to protect their own account. And I mean, they're doing the same thing we're doing, except they're doing it on like their PAM accounts and stuff. So it's all good. I mean, they still pay out, so I'm not going to complain about that. But it's just kind of annoying when you see your profits differ so much like that. Exactly. As long as you don't see negative. Now, TFF, that's a different story. If you guys remember TFF, I would make 1,000 and TFF would give me like negative 300. Now that's horrible. So for sure, I would not recommend them for scalping. So here's my individual profits. You guys can see this is my FTMO number 1, 900, FTMO number 2, 800, MFF number 1, 450. As long as I'm in the positive, that's fine. because I'm not going to be, accruing any reds. And that's pretty much the key thing. I mean, if they can give me at least profit, I'm not really going to complain too much as long as they pay out. That's all that really matters, right? I'm still milking their funding company for profits. So as long as I get paid out, that's cool. And as long as I'm still making profit with them. All right, so let me scroll up real quick. I'll look at everyone else's profits. Don't worry, guys. There's no entries for us to take at the moment, so you guys are not missing anything. We have Christian over here, total profit of 575 for the day. Nice work, Christian. We have Jacob over here, total profit of 1,995. Great work, Jacob. We have Kenny over here, total profit of 1,590. Great work, Kenny. Here are my profits, of course. Scroll down a little bit here. Kenny's profits, 1,590. So don't worry, guys, we're not missing anything. I'm still watching the charts, just looking at everyone's profits. Meanwhile, we got Patricia over here, her other account, total profit of 1,050 for the day. Nice work, Patricia. Full TP on that trade. Just Kenny, 1,500. Said his MC4 froze up. Yeah, it's all good. It's been happening a lot this week. Here's Kevin up 79,400 for the day. Huge profits by Kevin right there. No surprise though, Kevin's it's a normal day for Kevin. We have Maddie over here, total profit of 225 on this account. Nice work, Maddie. Maddie's second account, total profit of 302. Solid. We have Chow over here, total profit of 1,960. Nice work, all full TPs. We have Dejan over here, total profit of 510 for the day. Nice work, Dejan. We've got Gian over here, total profit of 1,050 on that last trade, full TP. And we have David over here, total profit of 21 off that last trade. Nice work, David. All right, guys, so those are all the profits for that last trade. If you guys have any more profits, feel free to post them up. Otherwise, we'll keep looking for another entry here. So we currently have a pending sell signal. So we need a higher high. I mean, we technically still have the higher high right here, but there's not going to be room for entry. We need a new higher high, and then we need price to come right back down below and provide sell entry. But at the moment, we don't have anything like that right now. So it's just going to be a matter of patience waiting for that next entry to come up. Yeah, Patricia said, I don't like these candles today. I agree, Patricia. It's super choppy. Like, it's a lot of back and forth movement over here down on the bottom. I think there'll be a correction to the upside. As you guys can see over here, this is a clean chart. Price is just ranging down here. Price came down below on open, and now it's just going sideways. Let me scroll up real quick. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, CJ said he loves when it hits quick like that. Yeah, those are the best entries. MC's asking, anyone know why my candle close on TradingView and MC4 are a few seconds off? MC4 is faster. Are you on YM data, MC? Because each broker is different. I'm looking at my YM right now, and it's actually faster on my YM. It should be faster on the YM because the YM is the actual data from the exchange. But if you're using like broker data, like currency.com or Oanda or anything like that, it's probably going to be faster because FTMO has pretty good servers. I'm pretty sure they pull the YM data direct as well. So not sure which broker you're using on TradingView, but if you have YM, it should be faster, if not just as fast. But I'm looking at both right now, and they look like they're moving pretty much the same on my end. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, send me that list and I'll take a look. Scroll down a little lower. Hit them is asking, Sean, at 10:45, please explain where you entered for a sell. We didn't enter for a sell here, but then we entered for a buy. So there's no entries here for a sell at 6:45. or 10, you said 10:45. What time is 10 for what time zone are you? Or is it, no, you said 6:45. Yeah, there's no entry here for a sell. Hit them. There's never a sell signal that came up. So we only had a buy for today. There's only one trade that came up, which was this one. It's for a buy. We didn't have any sells over here. All right. Yeah, Maddie said he doesn't like these candles. I don't like these candles either, guys. Okay, so we have a new low. Well, it's not a high lower. It's not a higher high or lower low, but we have a new low that's gotten established right here. As you can see, price is pretty much just ranging. You can see it better if I draw zones here. So if I draw a zone from this area to this area down here, price isn't really doing too much. It's just ranging. So as you guys can see, nothing's going on here. Price is just literally going sideways. Yeah, nothing special right now. It's kind of just going sideways. So there's no higher highs or lower lows. So there's no entries for us to look for. But other than that, yeah, other than that, there's just no entries. Anyways, let me go back to the questions up here. So we have what MC. So the only thing I can tell you guys is if your YM is slower than FTMO, it's probably because, well, from my experience, the internet connection. So if you guys want to check your internet connection, it might be your internet connection because it's happened to me in the past where like my internet was shoddy at my last place. And like in the mornings, or not really in the morning, but it was like other times, like during the mentoring sessions, like my internet connection would just get a little slower. So I'm not sure like what the issue would be for you guys. I'm not sure if anybody else is having that issue where their trading view is delayed. I'm looking at mine right now and mine looks fine, but I don't know. I can't say for everyone else, but from my experience in the past, it was because of my internet connection. I have like a lot faster internet now, so I don't really have that issue. But typically I would have like shoddy internet where it would kind of like, there'd be like some gray areas and I'd see a lot of like channels kind of lagging. One second. And the weather's starting to suck here again in California. Weather was good for like past couple of days. Now it's raining again. Starting to get stupid allergies. Yeah, MC said, yeah, I figured it was my internet. They won't let me upgrade my internet in my area. Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks when they don't let you upgrade. My last place, I had like regular, well, not regular, but I had like the normal cable internet. But now where I'm currently at, it's like a brand new building. So we have fiber optics here. So it's super fast. If you guys can get Google Fiber, highly recommend it. Let's see, LW said, Sean, do you know if people use stack link effectively for that? I'd like to do it from a cabin sometimes. I've actually never tried that before. I mean, it might work well. Isn't it? It's a company by SpaceX, right? Yeah, I mean, if it's by Elon Musk, then it's got to be fire. So I haven't like tried it before, but I know like a lot of corporate companies do use that service, if not something similar to it. So I don't know. I haven't tried it myself, but that's pretty cool. I mean, if it's really fast like that, that'd be awesome because I could travel. That's a problem with me traveling sometimes because so like last year I was traveling a lot. Like basically every month I was traveling and I was trading with you guys while I was on the road or while I was like, somewhere else. And I had to stay at like hotels that like had good internet because it'd be hard for me to trade live with you guys if the internet was too slow. So, that'd be cool if that does work well. If that works well, then, maybe I'll be a nomad for a while. Just travel around again and trade with you guys in, different locations. It's different when you trade intraday because you can kind of explain how things work. But for scalping, you need to have like the fastest internet because, that 1 second could be the difference between a win or a loss. CT said he lives 8 minutes from Apple, 10 minutes from Facebook, 10 minutes from Google headquarters, but he still can't get Google fiber. Yeah, I think it's only certain areas, CT. Like they have to actually dig into your area and like install it. So like if you live in like a brand new building or someplace that's like built within the last year, they typically have Google fiber because they actually install it before they even start building, like deep below the ground. It's good though. If you guys can get it, highly recommend it. It's not even that expensive either. I think it's like $70 a month or something. But it's worth it. You could do everything on Google Fiber. Like I could be streaming Netflix, playing video games, and trading with you guys live here at the same time. Disjointed campus Wi-Fi. Campus Wi-Fi is actually pretty good. It's pretty fast for me when I was in college. All right, guys. So we're looking for possible entry here. There's a higher high right here that's currently pending. We have the Fed speaking right now at 7, so just be a little careful. I mean, you don't have to be scared about taking entries, but you just want to be a little. You want to be aware that there's news right now. So I'm not really going to let that scare me. I'm still going to look for entries, but just be aware if the market starts to move kind of crazy, the candle starts to kind of bounce around a lot. Just be aware that there is news right now happening. So going over here real quick to my FX book. 7 o'clock, we have just want to let you guys know what's going on. There's pending home sales. It was positive pending home sales for the year, negative, very negative. Fed Bar is having his testimony right now. So the Fed's providing their testimony on like what's going on with the banks right now. So they're going to be discussing inflation, the recession, interest rate increases, etc. And that's going to be the main topic for them today. So basically what we're looking for here is we're looking for a sell signal to come up right here and break and close below the the pivots over here. So if we get that sell signal, there's going to be a possible entry for a short. But just keep in mind that the Fed is speaking, so there can be random spikes in price. Like he can talk and price will just spike down, or he can talk and price will spike up. I don't have a live stream of Fed Bar right now, but I think it's better that we don't have a live stream because it'll just get you guys more scared about your position. So just stick to the strategy here, stick to the game plan. If we see a sell signal breaking close below the pivots, and we'll look for entry. If not, then we're just going to keep going on with how we're analyzing the markets. So there's just no rush. Just stay disciplined, stay calm, and don't get too stressed out because the candles are going to start to move a little crazy in the next couple of minutes. The volatility is a good thing for us though, because if the volatility is high, then that means that it can blast right through our TP really quick. So as soon as we have an entry, price can just go straight to TP within seconds, if not minutes. And we don't have to be in the position for too long. So just sit tight, wait for entry, and be patient. All right, so we don't have anything here. I have my alert set up, so if the alert does come up, it's going to ping us, and we can come back and take a look. Let's see. Maria said, you can't imagine the internet speed in my country. I live in Central America and we have very poor signal. I know you had issues with your internet in the past, Maria, but I mean, you're making it work. So that's the key thing, right? Like the internet connection isn't always going to be the end all be all, but typically we have these entries here where they'll obviously push enough to go past your TP. That's why we were only going for 100 pips, because if you go for more, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get pulled out, especially if the spread's wide or if your execution times are a little late. So let me scroll over here real quick. Yeah, exactly. CJ said praying for continuous volatility. Yeah, the market should be volatile until about June. So March, April, May, June, July, June, July. But even at that point, we should be fine because we are going to a recession. So the recession is actually a good thing for us as traders, because if you're working a normal job, recession is not good because inflation goes up and you're not going to be able to afford stuff. But for us as traders, the recession is actually a good thing because it provides volatility in the market. So you're going to see it, I think the market will be volatile all throughout the year, not like how it normally is, where it kind of slows down during the summer. I think it'll be fast enough where we can still take entries in the summer and we'll still be profitable all year round. Let's see, Benjamin said in the YouTube chat, I'm going to join up today. Which strategies would you recommend I start back testing? I mean, if you want the easiest of the easiest, Benjamin, I think you should just follow this strategy here, because this strategy is very simple. As you've seen, this is the one that we mainly apply on the live session. You can look back at the modules. There's other strategies, like the main strategies would be like the momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, and momentum scalp. So those are the main strategies we were applying previously before we started applying this one. So if you go to the course here, if you scroll down, it's going to be module 4, main strategies. So you'll see the momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, momentum scalp, and the breakout 2.0. These were the main strategies we were applying before. The only problem with those strategies is that there's a lot of criteria to look at. So if you want something very simple, I'd recommend looking at this one. I haven't created an official strategy video for this yet, but if you do want to watch it, just pull up the mentoring session from last week. So in order to do that, just go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/KodiKaiTrades. I'll put a module up probably today or this week, but if you go to the YouTube channel right here, just go to live and then go to the mentoring session from March 20th. If you go to this session right here, this will explain this strategy in detail. All right, so we got a huge red candle right here, guys. I don't think I'll take this. I know this is an entry for us because there's a higher high here and a sell signal, but I don't think this here will close. I think there's going to be a huge wick and it'll probably pull back. So I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take this trade here. I think this trade here is just a little too risky because I can tell that this drop here was probably based off the Fed. So the Fed's probably speaking right now, Fed bar, 706 right now. And he probably said something that to cause price to spike down. So I'm not looking to take this, but if it does close, I'll mark it up and we'll follow it. I just, it's not worth the risk of hopping into this here if price ends up retracing up super hard and it's not closing. So I wasn't expecting it to close and it does not look like it's going to close there. Yeah. So huge wick right there. Obviously no entry. Even if it closed, I wouldn't have taken it because it's a huge candle right there. So there's no entry for us to take right now. But back to what I was saying earlier, Benjamin, if you want to learn this specific strategy, just pull up the mentoring session from March 20th. Once you have the indicators, you'll see it's very simple to apply. You're just looking for a higher high or a lower low, and you're looking for a momentum signal to follow and break and close past the pivots. I'll try to make a video more detailed on this, a little later. But the reason why I haven't made the video yet is because we're still technically testing it, but I have a pretty big back test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the results finish the results from the month of March. And then from there, I'll make the video with the back test results provided so that you guys can see. But I think the strategy is probably the easiest one to apply. You guys will see a lot of the strategies are based off the same thing. There's just different criteria. Most of the time, the catalyst is going to be the momentum signal, but the other catalysts that are aligned with it are going to be like the reversal patterns or the SRs or etc. But we have like over 30 strategies here. So if you like something else, go ahead and watch that video, focus on that, and I can help you get better at it because all these strategies here work perfectly fine. See another question from Benjamin. He's asking, so I'll check them out. Also, is the 1 minute high-low momentum scalp applicable to other timeframes on other pairs? So I personally haven't tested it myself, Benjamin, but some of our most profitable traders in the group, like Patricia, she mentioned that it works very well on NASDAQ on the 1 minute. And then Maddie mentioned that it works well on US30 on the 5 minute and 10 minute to some extent. So I can't say, for example, because I haven't tested it, so I'm not going to tell you something and not actually test it myself. But if you like just hop into the chat other people can have their input because the other people in the group have tested other things. So for me personally, I'm only going to tell you like what I've tested because I want to be 100% transparent with you. But other people in the group have tested others. So they've tested it on S&P, gold, NASDAQ, pretty much anything that's volatile, it works pretty well with. Forex, maybe not as much. I mean, I could be wrong, but Forex is a ranging asset, so it goes back and forth a lot versus these other assets that are very directional. Yeah, Benjamin said, I've got the 1 minute strategy down already. I've watched a ton of your lives. I'm a huge advocate of backtesting, so I'll get a lot of data gathered. Yeah, no, definitely, Benjamin. I mean, it's a win-win for all of us, right? I think with us backtesting this, because we had about like, I think 10 or 20 people backtested, everyone provided the results and they were amazing. So combining my results or my backtest with theirs, it just was proof of concept that this works very well. That's why I recommend just applying this if you want something simple. You're probably not going to get a lot of entries, but you're going to have a good amount of entries to pretty much keep you profitable all year round. Yeah, because I think the backtest for this, what was it again? It was 60 wins and 4 losses, trading between 639, 93.8% win rate. That's a pretty good win rate for just one strategy. And then other people in the group also incorporate the high-low scalp as well. So not the high-low momentum, but the regular high-low scalp, and that works well as well. It's just up to preference. All right, so there's no entries here yet, guys. So this right here technically could have been an entry, but I don't like taking trades when price pulls back. So for example, we have a higher high here, price pulled below, pulled back right here, and then provided the sell signal. So technically, I mean, if you were using the original way of applying the strategy, you could have taken this trade here. But for me, I personally wouldn't have taken it because I like taking things in one straight shot. So I want a higher high than a sell signal. I don't want a higher high, price pull down, retrace up, and then come back down. This is more of a break and retest type pattern. So if you guys identify the news over here, price basically broke below the news, retested it, provided a sell signal, and that would have been an entry for a break and retest. Not necessarily what we're looking here for a momentum scalp. Also, Karen said she took it as a pivot scalp. So if you are applying the pivot scalp strategy, again, there's another strategy right there that you guys can apply. So these entries here, they could fall under different strategies. It's not a momentum scalp. I would consider it probably a pivot scalp like Karen mentioned. So nice work right there, Karen, for catching that. Let's see. Iceman said, I agree. This morning got the best of me. I was up 300 on the higher high. Got too greedy. Now I'm going to close and try to make it back. Love your content, though. Yeah, definitely, Iceman. He was at negative 600. He's back at 150 now. Solid. No, there's no official trade, Jacob. So Jacob's asking, wait, we had a trade. So there's no trade here because this was not a straight shot. So there was a higher high here, price broke below, broke back above it, and then came back below. So there's no entry. This needed to come down in one shot. There was an entry here though if you were applying the pivot scalp. So what Karen did is she applied the pivot scalp strategy right here. I have my list of strategies. I have like a ton of strategies right here. It was a 1 minute pivot scalp. So confirm overall buys. Obviously, buys was bearish here. There's a sell signal. It was below the pivots, and that would be the entry for a pivot scalp. I'm not applying this though, so wouldn't be relevant to my strategy here. I'm just sticking to this. But if you're applying any of the other strategies, provide an entry right there for a pivot scalp. Yeah, Jacob said, Sean, your momentum signals still to this day make me question how they work. Yeah, I know. Trust me, when I put it together, I was like mind blown because they work so well and there's nothing else that's similar to it. It's a combination of a lot of different logic. So like basically when I first started trading, I liked a couple indicators. I liked the MACD, just the oscillator though, not the full thing. I like the stochastics. I like moving averages. I like the RSI. I like pretty much anything that identified momentum and shifts in direction. So like I pretty much put all those indicators together into like a super indicator where I created this momentum indicator on volume as well. So the there's a lot of things that went into putting this indicator together. It took me about like, I think 4 years to put together. A lot of testing, fixing, testing, changing, updating, etc. And then I finally got it to work as I wanted it to. So a lot of different data points that are plugged into this specific indicator. So, and here I am sharing it with you guys. I wasn't planning on sharing this indicator. So initially I was just going to trade live, but then, everyone wanted to start applying it themselves at different times. And I wanted other people to help me backtest other strategies. So I just pretty much released it to the public. But I was using this indicator by myself for about 4 years. I was trading options before, and it was really easy because I could take, option contracts, basically in the money contracts. So like I would see a buy signal with the trend. And then say, for example, I had an option contract right here, like a strike price, I would buy in the money. So if price broke and closed above, whatever thing, I would take an option contract right there for basically a call. And then I would pretty much win. Because you can see here, I mean, if you take these momentum signals, eventually it's going to push up, at least to some extent. Like if you buy these momentum signals in the money, I know a lot of people don't like buying in the money because it's like gambling. But if you were to buy an option contract, for example, for a sell momentum over here, and say your strike price was in the money, right? Eventually it's going to come down, it's going to close below, you close out money. Or if your expiration date is like within a week or so, or even within a couple minutes, you could I used to trade a lot of even binary options. If you guys have traded binary options, that's like super gambling, but the momentum signal worked very well for it. Like sometimes I would only use the momentum. Like literally, if I had momentum here, it was in the money, I would take the option strike, and then I would make money off that. So that was fun for a while, and then it just got too addicting. So I moved over to Forex, and then now here I am trading indices. Scroll down a little bit. Kenny's asking, hey, Sean, y'all getting snow out there where you live? No, unfortunately, it doesn't snow here where I'm at. I'm in Orange County, so it's pretty nice all year round. It doesn't really snow over here at all. It gets cold, but it doesn't really snow. It's been raining a lot lately. So I'm getting this stuffy nose. It's so annoying. Weather was perfect for the past couple of days. Now it's kind of rainy here too. Yeah, Jacob said, I'm trying to use logic to understand what makes a signal pull back. I'm like, why is it showing then not showing? Yeah, so you have to wait for it to actually close. So the way that the signal works is that it has to break and close past a certain structure using the logic that I have. So that's why it'll disappear sometimes. Like sometimes you'll see the momentum signal, it'll show up and then it'll disappear because price pulls back a little bit. And if it pushes back above the structure, it's an invisible structure. You guys can't see here what the structure looks like, but it's an invisible structure. If it closes past it, that's when it closes with the momentum. So it's basically like using the pivots here, except it's something that's more built into the momentum versus pivots in general. So, all right, guys, we have a possible entry right here. If this buy signal breaks and closes past the pivot over here, this blue pivot, then we'll have an entry for a buy. We don't have it yet, but we may have one here. There goes a signal that I just mentioned. And you can see, because I created this indicator, so I already knew that buy signal was coming up. So I basically told you this buy signal was coming up before it even signaled us, because I created this indicator. So I could see from my eyes just by staring at the chart when momentum is coming. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. I'm just able to identify these things without even knowing, because I've been using this indicator for like over 10 years now. So I can identify this indicator without the indicator. So there goes a buy signal right there, basically waiting for it to close. Again, guys, you guys have to wait for it to close. We will take this trade here. Yeah, Jacob said, damn, 10 years, you've been at it longer than me. And I've been on and off for a while in the beginning. All right, so if this candle closes, guys, five seconds, you got to wait for it to actually close though. So make sure you guys actually wait. So no closure right there, guys, unfortunately. So there's no entry for us. The candle did not close. So nothing for us to take there. It's all good, guys. Just gotta be patient and disciplined. Wait for that entry to actually come up. So this is why you guys have to wait for the candle to close, because you guys can see there was a pending signal here, but you can see the wick starting to show. And then at the last 5 seconds, the candle, the momentum just disappeared. So at this point, we're just waiting for the next entry. And again, it's just going to be a matter of patience. It's only 7:19 right now, so we still have a lot of time till 8. No real rush. We have a couple more profits over here. Let's see, a couple more profits from, let's see, Patrick. Nice work, Patrick. So profits over here from Patrick Kurt. Looks like he had a loss here earlier this morning, unfortunately, but he bounced right back. So he had one loss right there, had a couple wins right here, back to a profit of 475 for the day. So nice work right there, Patrick. Great recovery. We have Patricia over here. She said finished up really strong, trying something different. Total profit of 11,280 for the day. Nice work, Patricia. Some small losses there, but you made it right back on the next trade. So solid work on those trades so far. All right, that's it for right now. Let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Let's see. CJ said, "Hey Sean, are you still thinking about moving to Miami?" So that was an idea like a couple years back. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be moving to Miami anymore, CJ. I'll probably go out there to visit. So if you guys are out there, I'll visit you guys. We'll hang out. Yeah, I'm not making the move out there because I'm trying to buy a house out here. So I'm trying to buy a house out here in Orange County, probably around Newport Beach or Irvine, around this area. I'm getting older. I mean, I'm not really getting that old, but I feel like I'm getting older and I need to settle down somewhere. So yeah, Miami was a cool idea before, but now that I'm kind of like getting ready to just like settle down here, I'm probably gonna look around this area and just stay here. But I'll travel to Miami. Not necessarily looking to live out there. I was thinking about living out there for like maybe a year or two, but it's just hard moving across the nation. From California to Miami is kind of a big move. See Jacob. Yeah, no, definitely, Jacob. We could talk about that later, but yeah, no, I think that's cool. I mean, for certain people in the group, I mean, it's not like probably the best option because you want people to actually be good, but yeah, no, if people are desperate and they really need help with it, then we could probably work something out. Nice. Yeah, Christian said, let me know if you stop by because I live in Tampa. Yeah, no, definitely. Jacob's asking, Sean, I'm curious if I'm older than you. I am 32, so I don't know if you're older than me. You might be, maybe not. Yeah, but I've been trading for a long time, just on and off, guys. So in the beginning, I traded on and off for like about 4 years because I was working as an attorney. So I was a lawyer before this. Most of you guys know. That's why I didn't really have time to focus on trading. But when COVID happened and the courts were closed, I was able to focus on trading 100%. And that's when I became a full-time trader. I just left my job at my big firm, and then I just stayed here with you guys. We've been trading live ever since. Yeah, CT said get a spot in Balboa. That'd be nice. Damn, Jacob said he's 29. Yeah, no, I'm definitely older than you. Yeah, CT said he took a ferry over there with some bikes or by some nice cribs. All right, we have a pending buy signal right here, guys. Don't worry. I know we're talking about other stuff right now, but there's no entries for us to take. I have my alert set up, so when you do have a signal come up, it does alert me. We don't have a higher high or a lower low right here, so there's no entry for us. So not a big deal. Nothing for us to take at the moment. Yeah, LW said, I wish I'd moved to somewhere where there's barely no taxes. Yeah, during COVID, I made a lot of money trading that. I made like probably the most money trading there because it was so easy to just take buys whenever Trump spoke and just make a ton of profit, right? So during COVID, that's where I kind of made my stride, and I made a lot of profit because I started to really understand the market, trading live with you guys every day. I was planning on moving to Texas, actually, Texas or Arizona. But then I went to go visit Texas and I just didn't like Texas. Maybe it was just Houston. I went to Houston and Houston just wasn't what I was expecting. Maybe Austin's different, but yeah, Houston was, it's kind of like LA, but with worse weather because it's just so humid out there. So yeah, I didn't really like Texas too much. I went to Arizona as well. It's a little too hot, a little too cold. So, I realized that it's better just focus on making more money from trading and just live where I want to live, which is California. So I know a lot of people leave California to like save on taxes and stuff, but I prefer to just grind it out. I'll just add on another funded account to be able to afford my lifestyle here in California. I think that's the main thing. So I think if you're thinking about like tax wise, you're kind of thinking too small, right? If you think about just making more money to do what you want to do and live where you want to live, I think that's a better plan. Because you're just going to keep getting better. I mean, if things keep rising in prices here in California, you just got to keep getting better and start making more and more money to continue living out here, especially like in this area where I'm at in Orange County. I think what's his name lives around here too. Mamba FX. That dude has a huge house, crazy house. He lives like in Altair, I think. So I was looking at houses over there, but those houses are super pricey. Yeah, Jacob's at 32. You don't look 32. Definitely. Yeah, Lucas said shout out to Chanla, right? C6 said Dubai, no taxes. Yeah, I would move to Dubai if it wasn't so far across the world. Dubai sounds like a cool idea until like, well, for me specifically, I think Dubai sounds cool to live out there until like I would actually live out there and I'd never be able to see my family because everyone's here in California. So that's why I stay here. Nice. Loki said he lives in Dubai. Sweet. AR said coming to NYC, very little taxes. Not. Yeah. I don't think I could live on the East Coast because you guys have actual weather out there. All right, guys. So we have a lower low right here. I know we've been off topic for a little bit, guys, but we do have a lower low right here. I'm just looking for that buy signal. If we get a buy signal that breaks and closes past the pivots right here, possible entry for a buy. I know a lot of you guys here are just waiting for entry, but it's all good. There's nothing for us to take yet. I have my alert set up, so it's going to ping us when a bullish momentum comes up. So I think if price pushes up a bit higher and crosses the pivots, then we might get a possible buy signal, hopefully. But we just have to wait for that confirmation. Yeah, Kevin said he's 46 and retired thanks to trading. Yeah, I know. I think when Kevin joined us here in the group, he had like a used car dealership, right? Now he just trades full time. That's dope. Yeah, I mean, it's less stressful. I think this lifestyle is perfect. Like for us, because we trade from like 6:30 to 8. So like if you trade from 6:30 to 8 and you have the whole day to do whatever you want. If you want to pick up a hobby, like if you guys have seen lately, I've been playing a lot of golf. So I've been looking for other hobbies because I don't want to trade throughout the day. Typically, if I trade after 8, I start to lose money. So for me, I trade from 6:30 to 8, make my profit, and then I go play golf or I go to the gym or do whatever I want after that. Because in a sense, it kind of saves me money. Because if I'm trading after 8, yeah, I can make more profit, but I could also lose. So, it's good to have a routine, especially for trading, because then you don't get burnt out. Like you're just excited to trade from 6:30 to 8, and then you're pretty much done after that, or 6:30 to 9, depending on if you want to keep going. So no entry here yet, guys. We have the lower low. No buy signal came up yet, so we're still waiting for that buy signal to push up. If we get a high low in between, then it's going to invalidate the entry, and we'll have to wait for the next opportunity to come up. But at the moment, we still have possible entry for a buy here if we do get that buy signal. Exactly. Yeah, Nick said like yesterday. I agree. Yesterday was like I should have just stopped trading because I knew price was going sideways, but I still traded, and just ended up having to bite the bullet. It's all good though. Yeah, Kevin said he had to close his used car dealership because he was making a lot more money trading. He was doing well with the dealership, the stress wasn't worth it. Plus, trading is stress-free for him. Yeah, same with me, Kevin. Yeah, I wouldn't trade trading for anything right now. Honestly, it's so simple and easy, and it's fun too. It's like it still keeps you engaged. Like the other thing that I would do, or what I am doing, is like I don't want to trade forever. Like where I have to depend on the money from trading. So I'm basically funneling a lot of this money from trading into other investments. So I make a certain amount of money from trading, then I put that in, real estate or franchising or stuff like that. So that you have like more money just building up on the side while you're making money trading. Because I don't want to have to wake up every morning and trade. I just want to trade when okay, there's a possible entry right here, guys. I missed the trade. Damn it, this thing happened so fast. I was gonna enter it as it pulled back, but I missed it. It's okay. I'm not gonna hop in late. This thing's gonna hit TP too. This thing came up like at the very last second. I don't know if you guys were following it. It literally was like down here, and the last second it shot up. It's all good. Not gonna hop into it though. If it pulls back, I might hop in. So if it retraces back a little bit, then I'll hop in for a discount or I'll hop in with a buy stop. But right now, I'm not gonna hop in by itself because I'm gonna have to get in at late entry, which is not worth it. All right, prices pulled down a little bit. Let me see if I can maybe set a buy stop there to catch it as it pushes up. This is a news candle too. So just something to keep in mind, guys. It's a news candle. That's why it's kind of spiking around a bit. News candle was right below it right here. Yeah, it was a news candle. All right. So I didn't get in yet. I was waiting for it to pull back a little bit. It's pulling back right here. So I'll probably set my buy stop right there to fill it if it comes up. So let me just review everything real quick, make sure everything here lined up. There's a lower low here. There's a buy signal broken, closed past the pivots right there. So yeah, it's a valid entry. Valid entry right there. And we just got to wait and see how this plays out. Jacob said, I'll move back to California when it becomes a country. I agree, Jacob. It's crazy over here, especially in LA. For sure would not live in LA. Like one of the areas that definitely would not want to live in. All right, price is pushing up. Let's see. I just don't like how the candles are moving right now. So price is pushing up right here. I had to pull out, guys. That should hit my TP. It's TP right there. I pulled out manually because I don't want to be holding on to this position for too long. If you guys want to pull out, feel free. If you want to hold on to it, feel free as well. But this thing here is just spiking around a little too much for me. I saw it hit the TP right there. It went, like I saw my MT4 turn yellow and it didn't close me out. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to close out. So I ended up closing out and it would have hit TP again right there. So if you guys took it, great work. I took it for late entry. It doesn't matter if you took it right away or late entry. There was barely any retracement. So as you guys can see, strategy is super simple. You just got to wait for it. It's going to come up. Even if you get in late, it's going to come up. And then that's that. So guys, full TP on that move right there. I pulled out a little early, got an 850. It's all good. I'll give up the 150 profit just to close out of that and not have to worry about it. Jason said, time zone change. No, I've been in the same time zone for like past 10 years. Same time zone. So I just found that funny. Live time is 6:30 a.m. Yeah, I've been living in California forever. So time zone's been the same. I mean, there's been like daylight savings, but Okay, so he's probably on daylight savings because it's a 7:30 right now. So he's probably like an hour ahead or an hour behind. Okay, so that makes sense. I just thought it was funny because you said time zone change, but I guess he's talking about daylight savings. No, I've been same time zone for the past forever. But anyways, profits over here, guys. Jacob locked in full TP, total profit of 3,705. Nice work, Jacob. Solid profits right there. Jacob full TP. We have Christian over here, total profit of 525 on that trade. Nice work, Christian. We have Gian over here. Nice work, Gian. Pulled out a little early. Total profit of 2,000 for the day. Yeah, he pulled out too. Exactly. Gian said, can't be too mad. Only lost 50 bucks. Yeah. I mean, 50 bucks is better than having like a negative 3,000, right? So I'd rather have that pull out and be done rather than having to wait for it to hit, especially if the candles are moving back and forth a lot. For this move over here, it took about like three or 4 minutes to hit. Typically it hits after the first minute. So, holding on to it longer and longer is, it just becomes messier. So we have Sisuk over here, total profit of 1,350 for the day. Nice work, Sisuk. Sisuk's second account, total profit of 1,350 as well. Solid profit there. And Sisuk's third account, total profit of 1,350. What blows my mind is that Sisuk is trading these accounts individually. So you can see how the green strips are a little different. I mean, he has green strips on pretty much every account. They're not just one. So he's taking those separately. Maddie over here, total profit, or Maddie took one loss earlier. Not sure he took that, but he's climbing his way back up. It's all good, Maddie. So he had one loss from earlier, and he's going to be climbing his way back into profit. We have John over here, total profit of 840 for the day. Nice work, Dejan. And we have Eunice over here, total profit of 151 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. All right, solid work, guys. Jacob said making more money with Kodi Kai in 1 week than Lawyer does in 1 year. What is this? I know it's solid, guys. If you guys can stay consistent, I mean, that's all you guys really need to do. Stay consistent and look for these entries. So again, right here, we have a lower low. If we get a buy signal that breaks and closes past the pivots over here, another possible entry for a buy. Don't have anything yet, but we'll be waiting for it. I have my alert set up, so we'll get pinged when the buy signal comes up. I'll keep an eye out on it. But meanwhile, let me go ahead and take a screenshot of my profits. And my MFF is still under 1K. Kind of annoying, but I'll get there. FTMO is looking nice though. All right, so let me go and take individual screenshots of my profits real quick. There's no entries for us to take at the moment, so it's all good. Today kind of feels like yesterday. I mean, the market wise, it's like not really moving super smooth, but it's hitting. Yeah, the MFF is still giving me half profit. So I'm assuming because of the high volatility from the news that they've kind of just set their settings where execution times are a little off. They typically fix this after a while, though. It's not always like this, so I'm not too worried about it. It's usually a temporary thing when there's like something going on behind the scenes. All right, we still have a lower low right there. All right, so here are the profits across all my accounts. So here's my FTMO number one, locked in 1,750 for the day. These are the official trades we took during the live session. Here is my second account, total profit of 1,500 for the day, all wins as well. Here is my profits from my MFF number 1, total profit of 850 for the day, all wins. Here are the profits from my MFF number 2, 850 as well, and my MFF number 3, total profit of 850 as well. So those are all my profits across all my accounts. Yeah, we'll keep going. There's still more to come. So it's 7:39 right now. Here's Jonathan, total profit of 345, full TP. Nice work, Jonathan. Yeah, he said he got his parameters right this time. Solid. It's key. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. Here's Chow's profits. Chow's currently up. Wow, Chow's killing it. Full TPs across all of his trades except for this one before the last one. But pretty much, I think this is the best feeling when you guys get these green strips because you let those trades run full TP. Total profit of 3,170 for the day. Nice work, Chow. Yeah, all wins, guys. So we got another lower low right here. We're getting closer to the sessions. I personally don't like the sessions, but I mean, this is kind of what screwed us yesterday. If you guys remember, we took a trade that was right on the sessions. So I personally don't like the sessions, but I mean, we'll still see if there's any possible entries that come up. But the sessions are kind of what they're a good signifier of manipulation, right? That's like one thing that you guys want to keep in mind. Whenever you guys look at price, so you can see over here, price came down and touched the purple line over here, which is the Asia high from yesterday. Bounced directly off it. Again, right here, price is rejecting directly off the New York high right here. The sessions are probably one of the trickiest structures to pay attention to because a lot of fake outs happen around those areas. So, I mean, this can easily bounce off or it can break through and fake out and come right back up. But that's just from my experience. It's the whole reason why I created that indicator to prevent myself getting caught in this manipulation. CJ said, you definitely don't look 32, Sean. Kelly like treating you good. You know, trading's treating me good. I think that's really what it is, guys. So if you guys remember when I first started K2, I was always looking kind of tired and stressed out because I was working all day. I was working like 80 hours a week as an attorney at a big firm. And I was just not, it was not for me. So I think after I started trading full time, I was able to focus on myself a lot more. Started eating healthier, going to the gym, just not being stressed out. Like I have no white hair, and like a lot of my friends have white hair at this age, and it's like crazy because I'm never stressed out because all I do, like I feel like every day is a hangout with you guys, like hanging out right here on the live session. I get up at like 5 o'clock. I trade with you guys from 6:30 to 8, and we're just hanging out here. We're hanging out and making money, right? I think that's the best feeling if you can hang out and make money, and a lot of money at that. That's like the best thing. You get like the best of both worlds. It's kind of like being at work and hanging out with your coworkers, but not actually doing work. We're just kind of like bullshitting basically on this live session and then cashing trades and not losing. I think that's the main thing. The thing is that we don't lose very much with trading as well. So that has a beneficial effect on like your stress levels. Because if you're losing all the time, you're going to be stressed out trading. But if you're winning all the time and you're hanging out with a bunch of people who are also winning all the time, you know, it's good vibes all around. So that's why I think, you know, trading was really the game changer for me. I can't say the same for everyone else because like there's other people out there who are trading and they're super stressed out. But for us here, it's I don't know, it's a stress-free way of trading with this. So, all right, let's see. Benjamin said he emailed his Telegram. Yeah, I think you're good from there, Benjamin. You know, the support team will activate your stuff within it should be activated within like an hour or so. I mean, it depends on if the support team's looking right now at your email, but you should see all your stuff activated and updated by probably the end of this session. Also, if you check your email, Benjamin, you'll have your unique links to join the premium groups here. So if you join the premium groups, you'll have your links to the Zoom link, the Zoom basically. So Yeah, just check your email, and then you'll find it there to join the premium, because a lot of people here are in the premium. Majority of people are in the actual Zoom because it's real time, not the YouTube. All right, so we have a possible entry right here, guys. If this candle right here breaks and closes past the pivots right there, the blue line, there's going to be a possible entry here for a buy. The thing that's kind of throwing me off right here is going to be the sessions. You know, there's the same situation that happened yesterday, but we'll see if this here closes. We have about 30 seconds left on this candle, so we'll see how it closes. We just got to make sure that it's a for sure close, right? We can't be entering it too early or entering it too late. You want to make sure that it actually closes above the blue pivot. So we have 10 seconds left on this candle. I'm not sure if it'll close. It does not look like it's going to. We have 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. No entry. So if you guys are wondering where I'm looking, there's a timer right here on the right-hand side. So right here, there's a timer off the candle. I basically wait for that to come down to 0. If it closes with the buy signal and it closes above the pivots, then that's going to be entry for us. That's the best way to count down, so that you guys are actually waiting for this here to close so that you have full confirmation of the entry. But as you guys can see, no confirmation here. There's a new lower low, and we will we'll just wait along for this. Let's see. Satyam said, not taking any trades, done for the day. Thanks a lot, Sean. Definitely, Satyam. Good profits today. Probably a great time to call it a day and then come back tomorrow fresh. So I think that's the key thing too with trading, guys, is that if you guys can trade how I trade, like I'm routine with my trading. I trade from 6:30 to 8. So I'm like full of energy and I'm full and ready to go from 6:30 to 8. Once it gets past 8, I start to get a little lazy. I'm sure a lot of you guys get that too. You start to get trading fatigue. So that's a good thing about only trading for about an hour and a half, is that you have full confidence and full focus for that hour and a half to, obviously take these trades. Because if your focus isn't there, you should just not trade. You got to be really on point with what we're looking for here. Let's see, scrolling down real quick. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Kenny said you guys have earthquakes out there in California. No, thank you. Yeah, no, we do have earthquakes, especially in like certain areas. I think living here your whole life, though, you get used to it. I remember like a couple years back, we just sleep through the earthquakes. Sorry, Patricia, I just saw your message from earlier. She was saying, isn't that on news? Yeah, we're for this specific strategy, Patricia, we're pretty much disregarding all the red flags. So news is fine. I had to change this. Sorry, I need to update this right here. So this criteria for no trades within 5 minutes of news, that's going to be Vincent's way of applying it. So for me personally, we're just ignoring news altogether. Because the news is actually good a lot of times. It provides us volatility for it to like hit your TP right away. So I just updated that. Sorry guys, I took it off yesterday and I forgot to save it. And then when I pulled it up again right here, it still had it on there. But I just updated it on there. Let me scroll down a little bit. Martha said our quick trade manager keeps getting stuck. I missed the first entry and took one late and pulled out early. 650. Yeah. So the problem with that too, Martha, that I've noticed in the past is that it happens a lot due to internet connection. So like if you ever use the quick trade manager, just make sure to hit it once, because I've seen people in the past where they've hit it twice because it didn't fill the first time. And then they end up in 2 orders like a few seconds later. So a lot of times it's internet connectivity issue that's causing the quick trade manager to do that. If it's not your internet, you probably want to just restart your MT4, because it might be your MT4 platform. Just keep in mind, if you guys are using a Mac, the MT4 platform that you guys are using is not a native platform. So it's kind of running on this platform called Wine, which is like a virtual server. So it's not going to run as smooth as it would, like as smooth or as crisp as it would on a computer because that platform is native to that actual operating system. For the Mac, this is kind of like a made up system that's kind of running on a virtual server. So it's always going to be a little bit, it's going to have some issues versus using it on an actual computer. Yeah, Jacob said he thinks signals are valid when late if the signal didn't go for TP yet. Honestly, love when getting a better entry. Yeah, same here, Jacob. That's what I was trying to do earlier with the last entry. I tried to wait for it to pull back and then enter for a discount, but I didn't want to get greedy, so I just entered with a buy stop. I could have hit my TP like way faster though if that was the case. But it's all good. All right, Maddie, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Jacob said, I want a free membership if I buy a Lambo and put a Kodi Kai stickers on it. I know, right? Although he's would that count for a Porsche Macan too? Right. Yeah, Lucas said, Lorian has definitely given your boy gray hairs. I know it's stressful, Lucas, especially for you. Lucas is doing God's work, literally. God, if you guys don't know Lucas is my buddy from law school. This dude's a public defender, man. It's crazy. Dude gets like crazy amount of cases. Like anybody who works in public service, like especially law, props to you guys because I could never do that. Like they deserve to get paid way more. They deserve to get a better workload. Like when I was working at a big firm, I was probably I had like maybe like 10 to like 15 cases and I was working a lot, but I wasn't being super stressed out like how a lot of the public defenders and district attorneys do. It's crazy. And the thing with Lucas is that like as a public defender, you have to defend people that you don't even want to defend, right? You could know that they're not good, but you still got to do the job and do your best work. Anyways, guys, if this candle closes, buy signal right here or buy entry. So it did not close yet. No entry there, guys. We have another opportunity right here for this. We were looking for that buy signal to break and close past the pivots. It did not break and close past the pivots. This candle right here is still another opportunity, but we need this candle to break and close past or actually push past this lower high because there can't be a high low in between. So it just did that right now. If this here closes, there's going to be a possible entry for a buy. So we got about 30 seconds left on this candle, guys. If this candle here closes, then there's going to be an entry for a buy right there. We got 25 seconds left on this candle. Just make sure to wait for this countdown to come down to 0. So it's at 20 seconds. We got 15 seconds left. If it doesn't close with the buy signal, then no entry. Just got to make sure you wait for it to actually close before you can take entry at that point. All right, it did not close. I don't like how these candles are moving right here. There's a lower high in between. So it does not look like we're going to have an entry at this point. All right, one more opportunity right here. There's a pending buy signal right here, but we need this to push past this lower high. If it doesn't push past the lower high, there's going to be a low high in between it. And that's going to be right here. No other momentum signals in between the high low and entry candle. And then also no high lows between the higher high or lower low. So with that case, I don't think we're going to have an entry here, guys. It's all good. Move on to the next one. Yeah, CJ says the KT trading style is less stressful because it chooses quality over quantity trades. Plus, I'm learning something new, so it's never boring. Yeah, exactly. The market's always doing something different, so we always have something to look at in the market, especially with scalping. Loki said, I think I'm off for today. Don't like how the market's moving. All right, Loki, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Jonathan's out too, so he's out. Jacob said he's in Europe, so his session starts at 3:30 p.m., stops at 5. That's perfect, Jacob, like right before dinner. Like you just have like a quick trading session right before dinner and then you go on the rest of your day. I think you have the best schedule, Jacob, because you can do stuff in the morning and then you can trade in the middle of the day and then go do more stuff at night. So it's pretty solid. Martha said she just switched to Verizon Fios because it's supposed to be faster, but it's worse than the one I had before. Yeah, if you can get fiber optics with Google, Martha, I would recommend it. But if you can't, then yeah, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of tough. I used to have Verizon before and I would have connectivity issues with Fios. So I never went back to Fios. Let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing. All right, Jacob said, okay, I'm done for the day, boys and girls. Thanks for the easy money. See you guys tomorrow. Definitely love the schedule. Definitely, Jacob. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Yeah, Martha said it's not available in her area. I think another one that would be good. I'm not sure if it's available in your area, but Cox. Cox is good too. I had Cox before. They're like cable internet, so theirs is pretty quick. Yeah, you should probably just look for like different reviews of your area, because like some brands are still good in other areas and they're not good in other areas. Just depends on like how the infrastructure is built. All right, guys, it does not look like we have anything else coming up right here. I think I'm only going to trade till 8 today, guys. The market is not really moving too much, as you guys can see. It's pretty much just going sideways, so it's not really a good time to trade. So for today, I'm only going to trade until 8 o'clock. This is the same situation that happened yesterday. We had 3 back-to-back wins yesterday, and then we traded after 8 and we had 1 loss, unfortunately. I don't want that to happen again today. So for today, I'm looking to possibly get off in the next 5 minutes if we don't have some movement here. I'm expecting a lot of sideways movement from 8 till 9, so it's not really going to be a good time to trade. And I'm pretty happy with my profits for the day. So here are my profits for the day so far, guys. I'll just add them up. So this is just from the live session. Didn't take anything pre-market. 1750, 1500, 850, 850, 850. Total profit of 5,800. Just trading with you guys for less than an hour. So only took 2 trades. Total profits across my accounts. That's what it's at. And that's about it, guys. So like, I mean, as you guys can see, if you guys can stay consistent and look for these quality entries, like I only took 2 entries today, but I made X amount of profit, right? And it didn't even feel like work. It felt like we were just talking about the weather. We were talking about moving, talking about just random stuff throughout the day. And then, you know, the entries just happened to come along as they normally do. So yeah, I mean, if this is for you guys and you guys like trading like this, again, if you guys are new here and you guys want to learn these strategies and have access to these indicators and everything above, just go to our website. It's kodikaitrades.com. Again, that's kodikaitrades.com. Click on unlock your free access. You'll have access to the entire video course. This is completely free. I don't charge for any of this stuff because I want you guys to actually learn this stuff and see if it's for you before you sign up to anything. So I'm not here to sell you guys anything because I personally don't want too many people to use my strategy to begin with. But it's available to you if you want to. So if you guys just want to hang out with us on the live sessions, that's completely fine. The YouTube is completely free, but it is delayed. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are on the YouTube is delayed by about like 10 to 30 seconds. So if you guys are scalping with us, it's a little difficult to follow along, but it does work. So if you guys just want to sit in on the live sessions and see if this is for you, then, you know, you guys are more than welcome. Otherwise, yeah, if you guys want the indicators, just go on the website. You can find them there. So let me just go over here real quick, and I want to make sure that there's nothing here that I'm missing before I log off. So scrolling down real quick. Merciful said, hey, Sean, does it not look like we have a sell on the higher time frames? Not at current price, but from above 32,600. So let me pull up all the charts real quick. So, I mean, it looks like a buy on the higher time frames. So on the 4 hour over here, it looks like a buy because price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. Same with the 1 hour over here, it also looks bullish. So on the higher time frames over here, it does look bullish, like prices to continue back up. However, on the lower time frames, it looks like price is bearish. So on the 1, 5, and 10, it looks like price might be coming down slightly, but eventually it looks like price is going to correct back up and shoot up higher. So I think long-term price will continue pushing up, but short-term price is coming down. I don't know how long this will hold down for. This might just shift right back up at some point. But yeah, at the moment, it looks like price should be, well, right now, it looks like price is going sideways until it ends up going right back up. So yeah, Merciful, I'm not sure which direction you're trading in, but short-term looks bearish, long-term looks bullish. Arlene said, learned a lot today. See you all tomorrow. Definitely, Arlene. See you back here tomorrow. So, all right, guys, it is about to be 8 o'clock. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, you guys are welcome to email me, Sean@KodiKaiTrades.com, or message me on Telegram. If you guys message me on Telegram, it'll be faster for you guys to get in touch because I'm pretty much on here all day. See a couple more profits here from Patrick Stevens. Total profit of 586 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. All TP right there. Full profits across the board. All right, Jason said, so it's see if there's anything else over here. Yeah, no, I don't know if Jason is in a different time zone. I think he might be in a different time zone now because he mentioned he gets in at 9:30, but it's always been at 6:30 pretty much every day. I'll just talk to him later and I'll see. I was kind of confused here because he said so it's up early again, but it's always been at this time. And I'll talk to him and I'll see what the problem is. LW said, thanks, Sean. Have a nice day. Thanks for the value you shared with us today. Definitely. LW. So, all right, guys. Other than that, I will see you guys back here tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. It's about to be 8. Well, it is 8 o'clock now. So I'm pretty much done with my trading for the day. If you guys do decide to trade, just make sure to keep an eye out for the market. As you guys can see, price is just going sideways. So it's not really a good time to trade. You don't want to trade these types of strategies when price is consolidating. If price is consolidating like this, the strategy that you guys probably want to look at would be the SR rejection scalp. But we'll get into that as we get closer into the summer where the market is likely to consolidate more. But I think for now, we're pretty much good to go. All right, guys, other than that, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll continue on with this trading week on Thursday, March 30th. So, all right, guys, see you guys.